guard.
The locksmith Pledgeshield Fennin, you say? Stole my key, had it copied, handed it to the enemy? We must confront her at once. Hori! Henry! Seize her! Pledgeshield Fennin's in the cells now. Go see if she'll talk. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Yes, yes indeed. The duty's yours. What concerns me is whether anything else was stolen. It's not as if I've got an inventory of what's down there. Ought to have worn the damned thing around my neck, or station guards outside my quarters. Never thought it would come to that. Hardly fair to hold her accountable when my own key was stolen. Best to forgive and forget all around, I think. I think she will tell us what she knows.
Pledgeshield. Hello. The swords I have left are of good make. Sworn to war.
Traveling, sister? Headed to the floor.
She went willingly enough. Strange that. Of all the damn pledge shields, I never would have guessed her. We're fighters, for God's sake. They never doubted Gwyn. I suppose the Castellan just wanted someone to blame. And there she was. Right then.
There she is, right there. Don't know how she came to this. She was always a good fighter, and loyal enough. Right then.
I knew you'd find the truth. Poor Livia, though. They certainly found a gap in her armor. Brian will let me out of here shortly. Maybe he'll even apologize. A blonde, smiling fool. Brighthelm. I might hope he'd learn something, but I know him all too well for that. That name these mages used, it reminds me of something. Ah, yes, that's it! Farlong was a foe of Aegon long ago. I know only his name as a foe of Aegon, son of Aemon. And I know the histories well. Poor girl. The war's turned stronger heads than hers. Her punishment will be firm, but just. Likely punish herself much worse.
I'll confess. I'm ready. I know I can never make amends for the deaths I've caused. But I will try. I stole the key and had it copied. I gave it to... He swore he worked for the Alfar army, that this could end the war. I knew they were stealing powerful things from that vault. But he said the Warsworn were refusing to use them in the war against the Fae, so we could keep getting paid to fight. I did. I saw what I wanted to see. His name is Elben Merrock. I knew him from... but that does not matter. He said he's a soldier in Tuwili, though we always met pretty far south of the barracks, near the way into the marsh. In the army, as I said. The only place I've ever seen him is with his friends, where Tuwili joins Akatha. I knew Elben from a time before the Warsworn. When he first came to me, I wouldn't even speak to him. But he kept at it, telling lies, offering hope for an end to the war that has so troubled my heart. My sister, my brother, all fought and died in Chloricon. I thought what I did would help end it, not let slip Niskaru and Dalentarth. What have I done? That's what the mages in Brigand Hall called themselves? I've never heard the word before. Stealing the key was the hardest part. Every moment I was sure he would return and notice it missing. Once the original was returned and I had the copy, there was nothing to it. No one suspected quiet little Livia. Grian was a mentor. He was my champion, and I betrayed him.
Don't worry about me. I'll be out soon enough.
Given this turn of events, you are to find this Merrock character. Extract from him what you can. I have other work for Gwyn. Meet her in Rathir when you're done. Follow the trail, Warsworn. Someone copied that key and stole who knows how many artifacts from our vault. Go as far as you can to find them, then meet up with Gwyn in Rathir. First I will have her tend to that vault. High time it was cleaned and catalogued. After that, these mages call themselves Farlongi, right? I'd like to see what kind of footprints that name leaves behind. Did you see the look on her face when we seized her? Hard to tell if it was more fear or relief. Or the army. Help with the war. My gods!
The birth of twins did reave the land as brother upon brother warred. Scythes to swords, from rock to shore, the people madly weapons forged. Caught within a storm of rage, the land itself was deeply bled, for sanity had fled.
Durant Allegis runs the general. Go no further. Citizens are not permitted in the jail. I am in charge of guarding Candrian jail. I make sure that no one goes in or comes out without permission, I suppose. But that hasn't happened in a while. It's where we keep the lawbreakers and undesirables. We're always on the lookout for promising new additions, if you know what I mean. That town up the road, only one left in Candrian. The Tuatha have burned the rest. An agreeable lot. I like to visit the inn when I'm not on duty. Not much left of it, is there? The Tuatha burned most of it, and bandits ravaged what was only Melaglir, and the keep remain untouched.
Fine weather today. Do you have something to... We keep this area clear of bandits and watch yourself. There is no loitering in the keep. An endless night the brothers' war did wreak upon the broken land, until the sorrow lord arose, the grieving night to make a stand. The hammer of Akatha rose, and fell, and rose again. He took the throne of Candrian.
This town is going to the kobolds. Durant Alagus runs the general store. Kind of a strange fella. Old Lord Candrian is determined to protect the village of Melaglir, whether from the Tuatha or any other threat. The guards seem a mite testy of late.
There is no loitering.
Hail, Wanderer. Hello. What may Durant Alagus do for you? Trading goods in Melaglir is just a necessity for me. I've always wanted to travel and study the esoteric elements of alchemy. But alas, where can one find time for such pursuits? This land is old, my friend. Old indeed. Used to be that the lords of the Alfar ruled over much of the Arathel from the keep to the east of here. But time brings change, I suppose. Now it's just the keep and this village. Melaglir was never a particularly bustling town, but with the recent disappearances and the Tuatha raiders nearby, few visitors come here anymore. It makes me sad.
Hello there.
So let me guess.
Bored and looking for something interesting, right? I'm a healer. Been stuck here for what seems like an eternity. I've been mending bones and curing sicknesses in exchange for farmers' foodstuffs. What do I know of war? I've got my own struggles to overcome. I wish the Alfar victory, but it's not as if I will see any gain from their triumphs. Ha! Melaglir. There are Tuatha about. The local lord cowers in his keep and seeds of unrest everywhere. Take me with you when you leave, will you?
Greetings, stranger. Join me for a drink, won't you? I grew up in the far north, son of a Loselfar trader. I couldn't have been happier. My mother spoiled me rotten. My parents were very loving and wonderful people. It is hard for me to understand why fate would take them from me so suddenly. I have not seen much of it, as I have only recently arrived in the region. I spent my childhood in the north with my father's people, the Loselfar, my new home, as it were. My uncle banished me from the keep, so here I am. In truth, I do not mind. The villagers are far kinder and more pleasant to be around. They are a curse upon this world. All they bring is destruction and death. I cannot understand how my uncle can allow them to ravage this land unopposed. Growing up, my mother did not speak of her family here in Kandrian. The few times she mentioned them, I got the feeling that she did not care for them. I am beginning to understand why. I tried to talk to my uncle about the Tuatha menace, but he immediately cut me off and banished me from the keep. I do not think a ruler should be so obstinate.
Amalur used to be the best place to live in all of Kandrian.
Yes? On a darkling wind she rose, gripped within impassioned throes, and I, her chosen witness proud, did fall beneath her endless shroud. Something about you reminded me of the verse. Of course, the poet was discussing death. I am Patrick Morcan. How may I be of assistance? You wish to know of me? I once owned a shop where I sold trinkets to passers-by. Then my wife was taken. Now I spend my days in the Raven, watching people, waiting to die. That is why you are here now. Death has come to Melaglir, and you are but a step behind her. Pardon me. Grief tends to push me toward theatrics. You see, my wife was among the first of our villagers to disappear. But we are a private people, and we prefer to keep our dead exactly where they lie, good and buried. I will speak no more of it. 211 years I've called this place my home. It was once a peaceful town, but lately peace seems to be in short supply. Between the Tuatha invading in the east and the bandits marauding in the west, it seems that death is making a home of Kandrian. Ah, her. A particularly belligerent woman, if I recall. I believe she left our village recently for parts unknown. Master Dace made quite the fuss. Apparently, she left her possessions in a footlocker in her room. I suppose she left in a hurry. Me? How would I possibly know? Don't be a stranger.
Good evening. What'll it be? Been running the inn here in Melaglir. Father was proprietor before me, and his father before him. Used to be we could count on travelers passing through here every week, but now we're lucky to have any visitors at all. We have the finest accommodations in Arethel. Would you like to rent? Very well. We will always have room if you change up. Mel-Agleer'd be nothing but a cinder too if we weren't a quick march from Lord Candrian's keep. I suppose his lordship could live with letting his people die, but not if he could hear them screaming while it happened. Aye, I remember Mistress Fell stayed with us not too long ago, asking questions about the disappearances. Departed in a hurry, paid up, but left her possessions behind in a chest upstairs. Let me know if you discover what happened to her. I hope she's all right. Is that so? Let's take a look. That bastard! He murders my dear sister Jera in cold blood, then waits 30 years and thinks a note will make everything right. You tell Durfel that if I ever see him again, I'm going to gut him.
Good day.
You'd better run along now, and don't forget to tell Durfel that I'll be looking for him.
You're not from around here, are you? I am Eli Thames, and I could use your help with a delicate task. Lord Candrian wears a large ceremonial signet ring. He removes it only to sleep. I need you to go to Candrian Keep and steal it. Ever since Indre Candrian became Lord, the Candrian Guard have not left the area around his keep. The Tuatha are raiding the Candrian coast, entirely unchecked, and this gravely worries the citizens of Rathir. We wish to inspire Lord Candrian to leave his keep and drive the Tuatha back into the sea, and the ring is the first step. Suit yourself. Best that we both forget we had this conversation. Have you decided to retrieve Lord Candrian's ring? Excellent. I'm told that Lord Candrian keeps it in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Obtain the ring and return to me for another task. Lord Candrian keeps the ring in his bedroom in Candrian Keep. Why, I am but a humble agent of change, endeavoring to be in the right place at the right time. Candrian was once the safest region in all of Arethel. No one dared to challenge the Candrian Guard. Now, with the Tuatha raiding up and down the coast, the Guard do nothing but protect Lord Candrian as he cowers in his keep. Indre Candrian became Lord just before the Crystal War began. When the Tuatha invaded, he retreated to his keep and refused to come out. Left all Candrian to die just to save himself and his precious family name. The keep is in the southeast corner of Candrian. Supposed to be impenetrable when it's sealed, but I've heard rumors that one could sneak inside through a cavern below it. Another time, then. Ah, there you are. I trust things... The keep's supposed to be impenetrable when it's sealed, but I've heard rumors that... I'd heard it was a quiet town, but now I hear whispers of people mysteriously disappearing during the night. I haven't left the inn since I arrived. Durant runs the general store here in Mel-Agleer. He's a bit off, but he's said to have a singular knowledge of the arcane. He is Lord Indre Candrian's nephew, the son of Indre's sister, and a Losalfar trader. Thankfully, he spent his childhood in the north with his father. It was only recently that his parents passed away, and he was sent here to come age under the influence of Lord Candrian. Rathir is the great city of the Docalfar, up the coast. It's old and beautiful, but don't hold a candle to Odessa if you ask me. Farewell.
Hail, wanderer!
Yes? Yes? You return. How may I be of safe travels?
Good day.
You'd better run along now, and don't forget, let me know if you discover what happened to her. I hope...
Engar doing sending a neophyte to rescue me? Doesn't he understand what's going on here? There is a necromancer in Mel Aglir. Look around you. Patrick Morkin's wife may have died from natural causes, but nothing natural brought her back. I know because I've been watching her walking corpse feast on prisoners for over a week. She and her husband are nearby. If you strike quickly, you can catch them by surprise and end this horror. Yes, I'm not certain which is more torturous, having to watch Patrick Morkin feed villagers to his dead wife, or the way he caresses her cheek as he wipes the blood from her chin. Oof. As threatening as his dead wife may seem, kill the sorcerer first. Once the Master is destroyed, the magic that animates her corpse will dissipate. She's just an automaton, after all. We both know there isn't a magic that can bring the dead back to life. I'll see to getting out of this cell. With you distracting them, I should be able to escape. I'll see you at the Raven when this is done. I'll tell you my whole life story just as soon as you deal with the Morkins and save this village. Ethan Engar is one of the most knowledgeable and respected spellcasters in the Order. He may seem distracted or absent-minded at times, but trust me, we're lucky to have him on our side. I'll tell you everything you want to know about it. Just as soon as you stop Ethan Engar's, he may seem distracted or absent-minded. Let this be a lesson to you, neophyte. It's always the quiet towns on the fringe of society with the real freaks, hiding out in plain sight. Not an unusual thing in these times, especially with the Tuatha raiding the coastline. But Kandrian's always been secure. When the Order heard of what was happening, we had to investigate. Something unnatural was at play. Now, by all means, take your time killing the psychotic necromancer who almost fed me to his dead wife. I'll just wait here. Good luck.
This isn't what it looks like. Oh, fine. I'll admit it. I tried to bring her back from the grave. Is it really so hard to understand? Have you never been in love? I'll say one thing. Your timing is impeccable. I think she's hungry, and you'll make quite the feast. So good of you to stop. No! I'll make you pay for that, you monster!
After all this, I'm grateful to be alive. And uneaten. It was lucky that you showed up when you did. I must say, I'm impressed, neophyte. Few of your rank would be able to handle a necromancer of Morkan's power. I will remain behind, attend to the village. You should report to Savant Engar as quickly as you can. I've got my work cut out for me repairing the damage that Patrick Morkan did to this village, but I'm glad to be here at least. We explore the magic of this world, for it is a powerful force that can be abused, as we've seen. It's the main base of the Scholia Arcana in the Feylands. Sometimes I miss city life, but I feel like I have a duty to this town. We explore the magic of this world, for it is a powerful force that can be abused, as we've seen. Farewell.
Hello there. I trust everything went well delivering the letter to Matix Dace? I'm not sure he took kindly to it. Regardless, you have completed the second labor. For your next labor, I need you to retrieve a sword, Hellbane, off the body of a great Varani blademaster known as Three Swords. News has recently come to me of the fall of a great Varani blademaster known as Three Swords. He bested me, and instead of taking my life, he took my sword, Hellbane. I want you to find where Three Swords died and retrieve the weapon. News has he bested me, and instead of taking my life, he took my sword. He was called Three Swords for the three weapons he favored. He was one of the only mortals I've ever known to master the challenging art of wielding the twin Fey blades. I'm sure the Tuatha paid a mighty butcher's bill for it. Travel to the Tuwili coast, search near the shore, and follow the Tuatha bodies. Three Swords will not have fallen easily. He was called. He was one of the only mortals. I'm sure the Tuatha paid a mighty butcher's farewell.
Those damn Tuatha rabbit take care at night. Strange thing.
The Lion of Winter, the Magus King, Indarion of Kandrian, captured fire in his fist and with it took command. With wisdom and tenacity, the Lord of Aod captained peace. May it never cease.
Welcome to Kandrian Keep. Please behave yourself. Welcome to Kandrian Keep. Please behave yourself.
I'll be keeping an eye on you.
You're not here about the blasted Tuatha, are you? It is not for nothing this land and this keep bear my family's name. We've protected this region for generations, a fact those peasants in Melaglir occasionally take for granted. I forgive them this. It was not an easy choice to make, and it is a heavy one to bear. It is close enough to our keep that my guard can defend both without too much risk. That is why I can safely leave a garrison there. Without our protection, they would have been razed years ago, and this keep would be all that's left of old Kandrian. After the Tuatha invasion, overnight it seemed, most of Kandrian lay in ruins. Rather than lose all, we fortified Kandrian Keep. Melaglir survives too in our shade, because it is close enough to defend without sacrificing our security. In every incursion upon Erethel by foolish upstart tyrants, Kandrian Keep has never fallen. Even if all of Kandrian and Melaglir succumb, my family's keep will stand fast. My sister's dim-wit son. She betrayed the family and married one of those contemptible Loselfar traders. She went north, and we heard nothing of her for years until a messenger turned up on my doorstep with that son of hers. Apparently, they both died of the plague and left this burden of theirs on me. What's the point in fighting them? You kill one and it gets right back up. No, it is better if we stay here and keep them from getting what we have. Forgive me if I don't show you out.
Greetings. Hail, Wanderer.
Ah, good, you got the ring. With this, we're one step closer to forcing Lord Candrian out of his keep and unshackling the Candrian Guard to challenge the Tuatha. We need to modify the ring before we return it to Lord Candrian. There is an altar in Western Candrian that is perfect for our needs. Take the ring there and place it on the altar. There may be some resistance to your efforts. Just ensure nothing disturbs the ring until it's finished. Return to me when you're done. We must modify Lord Candrian's signet ring with a bit of magic. Take the ring to Western Candrian and place it on the altar. You may have to defend the ring until it's finished. There could be some resistance another time.
Greetings. Greetings.
Impressive. The altar put quite a nasty curse on that ring. Restore it to its proper place. Be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been on high alert since the ring went missing. With Indre Candrian dead, Arian Raidan is sure to become the new lord. He will drive the Tuatha off our shores once and for all. Don't worry, it will be painless. Once he's worn the ring and retires for the night, he'll sleep and simply never wake again. What did you think we were doing? Honestly, have you ever heard tell of a curse that could forge a brave man from a coward? This is the only way. But we're so close. We need a lord who will lead the Kandrian Guard into battle, not hide in his keep. Think about it. I'll still be here with them another time, then. Are you ready for the next step? Are you ready to finish this? Good. You'll need to find a different way in this time. Since your last visit, they've sealed the front door and barred all visitors. Remember, place the ring back where you found it without anyone. Hopefully, Kandrian will just think he overlooked it. Restore, be sure you're not seen. The keep guards have been another time, then.
Hail, Wanderer.
Greetings, stranger. Join me for a drink. Yes? Forgive me if I don't show you out.
Ah, there you are. Have you heard the news? Poor old Lord Candrian passed away in his sleep. Very sad. Yes. You'll be happy to hear that Arian Rydarn is the new Lord Candrian. Incidentally, I believe this belongs to you. Careless of you to have left it behind, but I hope we can work together again sometime. Indre Candrian was a poor lord. It is better that he is gone. Now, perhaps, the Guard can drive the Tuatha back across the sea and make this land safe again. The Losulfar are an honorable people, and you can easily see that they raised Arian to be a just and virtuous leader. With Arian in charge of the Candrian Guard, they will take the fight to the Tuatha and drive them back across the sea.